Good evening, I'm Ed Watson. Negotiators for Canada's Safeway stores and the Meat Cutters Union have ratified a new contract.
Ed Watson, what can you not say about Ed?
Luckily for Exxon and the West Coast environment, the seas were light today, and so was the wind.
With one of the best journalists and storytellers this province has ever seen.
Well, that's a bit of a ridiculous question, isn't it?
I don't think so.
I think so. That's a foolish question to ask.
What do you mean you don't know who he is? Ed Watson, he's a legend. Yes, yes. He worked here. Well, he's worked everywhere.
Perhaps he'll be forced to step down because of the Hughes report.
I'm confident, no problems.
You could do everything. You were great on the assignment desk, a great reporter, a great anchor.
Think of this as a political poker game with Glenn Clark dealing.
And the dealer always wants to get his best cards on top. In this case, Joy McPhail becomes finance minister.
I have to say, I've been following you as a colleague, wannabe, for a number of years. I remember you back in the days when you were the night final anchor on CBC.
Now, there should be somebody in that chair. I'm not sure why there isn't. So, I am going to give sports to you for this evening. Take it away, Ed. Thanks, Ed.
It was sort of like a cult following of you, because you were sort of the David Letterman, if you recall, of newscasts back then.
Now, here he is, after an impressive performance masquerading as an empty chair on the Ed Watson Night Final program last night.
I reviewed Mr. Watson's career, and it's remarkable how many jobs he's lost over the years.
Reporting live from Victoria. I'm actually in Vancouver, but I'm still live.
Ed and I overlap, covering BC politics for, I would guess, maybe almost 20 years. And I was always impressed with the fairness and the balance and the insight that he brought. And the dry, you always sort of knew there was something Ed was holding back in that dry delivery he had.
Buried in this little omnibus bill is a section or two you should pay attention to.
And is Andrew Petter disappointed at losing the finance job?
Do I look disappointed? No, I'm not at all disappointed.
I've been observing Ed's career when I was a staff person here at the legislature. He was an anchor for a time. He was a reporter for a time. He always had a kind word and a nod. He was a constituent of mine after I got elected.
A warm spell could put all of Pemberton underwater again.
He is a great storyteller, and yes, he's a man of enormous integrity and great heart.
So what do you know about girls?
What a guy knows about Valentine's Day may affect what he knows about girls.
They expect us to forget. And if you remember, and they expect you to forget, it goes over well.
It's one of those circle of life things passed on between father and son.
Ed Watson, the masterful storyteller who made the dullest of TV stories entertaining to watch.
If it's not overnight, think about alternatives. There are more of them than there were in the last strike. Canadians have 3.6 million computers at home. Your next letter may be sent by email.
I had the good fortune of working with Ed Watson for many years. He was a journalist of great integrity and a wonderful storyteller. He was also a really funny guy.
And the forecast for next year, thank you, bud. And the forecast for next year is, what? Okay, it's taken me a while to do this. Get off my back!
He's a heck of a storyteller, a very strong writer, but what makes him outstanding in his field is that he's just an incredibly kind human being.
I remember Ed more for his demeanor. He had an aura about him that was warm and caring and inviting, and he had a little twinkle in his eye too. He had a terrific sense of humor.
A cornice. You just wanted to talk
I got caught by a cornice.
What's your position on the Nisga'a Treaty?
Well, I can tell you that blood is being spilled over the Nisga'a Treaty.
Eddie is a consummate storyteller, a creative genius, and an excellent colleague and friend.
Is your control room applauding?
No, they don't applaud anymore.
Such an incredible journalist and storyteller. Some of his stand-ups were just legendary. And he's also an innovator. You know, he was one of the very first VJs in the province. I don't know if people sort of realize that.
There's an energy here that doesn't exist during the day, and a whole group of people who only come out at night.
He was and is always chill, always respectful, and always fun to be around. That is Ed Watson.
Wow, a Lifetime Achievement Award. Ed, it feels like a lifetime ago that you were sitting there at our assignment desk.
He showed us that you could have a good time doing this job,
even under the most stressful circumstances. He just managed to keep his humanity, which is really hard in this business.
So they don't mind if you're a licensed busker, but they don't want you. I can't talk and play at the same time.
I was not worthy, but I will always be grateful I had the opportunity to be one half of the Ed and Sophie experience. Congratulations, Ed.
Hi, Ed. Congratulations. I worked with Ed for a long time in the press gallery, and I always enjoyed my time with Ed.
I can't think of anyone who deserves a Lifetime Achievement Award more than Ed. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Well deserved.
I can't think of anybody more talented that I've worked with in this business. And after 40 years, it's great to see you getting this recognition from the RTDNA Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations.
So congratulations, Ed. Richly deserved. Enjoy your award.
Ed, you were always willing to take our pitches. You're, the mark of a best assignment editor is one who listens and trusts the field. So thank you very much for your time here at CTV News, and congratulations.
I'm sure there's a lot of people who remember a lot more his stories than the rest of ours. You're very fondly recalled here, Ed, and this Lifetime Achievement Award, if you can believe it, is richly deserved.
Ed danced to his own drummer, and that's why, you know, he went from being a reporter, packing equipment around, and then sitting reading the bingo calls to as a anchor. And I always just found him a little bit quirky, and that's just the kind of guy I like hanging around with.
I can't think of anybody more deserving of a Lifetime Achievement Award.
One of the stand-ups I really loved, you were doing a story about farming, you were standing in the middle of the field, and your sign-off was, "This is Ed Watson, outstanding in my field." And definitely, you are outstanding.
We were actually fans of yours, which I've never admitted up until now. We actually thought you were kind of cool back then. Then I started working with you, and, you know, things changed a bit on that front, but no, great congratulations to you.
Looks good on you, Eddie. Beers on me next time you're in Calgary.
Some of the equipment he worked on is in the CBC Museum just down below us. You could probably find it there. Congratulations on this award tonight. Very well deserved indeed.
Ed, you made TV news more fun, and you made journalism better. Thank you, and congratulations.
Finally, WHL at the Corral, Calgary 6, Regina 5.